Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to be doing, just as the title says, an NHL 23 simulation of the Stanley Cup Finals. Both of these two teams have been on crazy runs here. Vegas are in their second Stanley Cup in 6 years of their entire franchise, and Florida with a miracle run, taking out Boston, taking out Toronto, and sweeping out Carolina. They've been on a great run as well. So we're going to see which one of these two teams gets the better of each other in the Stanley Cup Finals. All right, now I'm going to show you the lines of both teams. We're going to start here with Florida, and just so you guys know, I'm using the lines from Daily Faceoff, so don't yell at me in the comments. This is Daily Faceoff's lines, not mine. So Barkov with Duclair and Verhaeghe, then Nick Cousins with Sam Bennett and Matthew Tkachuk, who is obviously their breadwinner right now, then Sam Reinhart, Anton Lundell, and Eetu Luostarinen, and then finally Ryan Lomberg, Eric Staal, and Colin White. On defense here, we look at Gustav Forsling with Aaron Ekblad, Mark Stahl with the 87 overall, Brendan Montour, who I think is actually their best defenseman, but don't come at me. Then Josh Mahura and Radko Gudas, the big bad Radko. Then we have Sergei between the pipes. I would put him at more like a 90 overall this playoffs, but EA has him at 86, and backed up by Alex Lyon. All right, looking at Vegas's lines here, we have Ivan Barbashev with Jack Eichel, who's been amazing for them, and Jonathan Marchessault. The second line here, Brett Howden, Chandler Stevenson, and Mark Stone has also been great for them. Michael Amadio, William Karlsson, and Riley Smith on that third line. Good third line as well. And then William Carrier, Nicholas Waugh, and Keegan Colasar. On defense, Alec Martinez with the 89 overall, Alex Pietrangelo, Brandon McNabb with Shea Theodore, and Zach Whitecloud and Nicholas Hague on that bottom pairing. Goalie-wise, we're looking at Aiden Hill and Laurent Passois. Hill, obviously, I would put him up a little bit, but EA has him at 82, so that's what he will be at in this most recent roster update. But without further ado, guys, let's jump into the games. Alright, so those were the two squads going into the Stanley Cup playoffs here, or the Stanley Cup Finals, excuse me. So now, let's jump into the first game and let's simulate this sucker up. Alright, here we go. Starting up game number 1 here, ladies and gentlemen. We're just going to do ×8 simulation and let it run for a bit because, not really, just since we're just simulating one series here, it's not like I'm doing the entire playoffs, so we're just going to see here halfway through this game, and Aaron Ekblad is going to score the first goal of the series here after I talk trash about him, but Jonathan Marchessault 3 minutes later, he's going to tie that one up there on Sergei Bobrovsky. Very even first period there. Shots only +2 in Florida's favor, but they're going to be looked to get an advantage there. But in saying that, Jack Eichel, scores to give Vegas their first lead of the Stanley Cup Finals, and now Vegas just going to look to shut it down like they do quite well there. That top line is going to look for a lot of production out of the boys for a while now. But Vegas, they're a team that can score. All three out of the 4 lines can really score very, very well there. And a 5-on-3 power play is going to lead nowhere for Vegas. And Florida now going to look to counterattack off that. But no, Alex Pietrangelo is going to get a goal for them. But Anthony Duclair on the power play answers right back. And now Florida only down by 1 yet again. But 5 minutes left in this game. Will they be able to come back? Sergei Bobrovsky playing quite well, but it is not enough. And Vegas is going to take game number 1 at home with shots 41-33. Both goalies played well, but unfortunately for Florida, Vegas just put one more puck in the net, and that's all it takes in the Stanley Cup Finals, ladies and gentlemen. The 3 stars of the game, we have Jack Eichel here, who got a goal and 2 assists. Aiden Hill stood on his head with a .939 save percentage, and then Jonathan Marchessault with a goal and an assist there. So good stuff for Vegas. Florida going to be looking to come back in the series. They're not at home, so you're never in trouble until you lose on home ice, but I'm sure Florida's going to really, really want this one bad. So let's see if they can play like it, simulating up the second game of the series here, and Florida misses out on that power play opportunity. They got to capitalize on those, and they do. On Anton Lundell, not quite a power play goal, but right after, and Florida just dominating in the shot department, but Jack Eichel gets on the board once again for Vegas, and this period, man, went by crazy fast, and Florida has 20 shots to Vegas's 11, so they've been dominating the action in this one. They're going to look to keep doing so, but Vegas might have something to say about it here in the second period. They don't want their home ice fans going home angry, man, in the finals. But Ryan Lomberg is gonna get a goal for Florida, and now they're up by 1. Sorry about that, boys. Just had to do something real quick. And then Nick Hague here is going to get another goal, tie them up at 2s now. And yeah, something weird happened on my screen over there to the side, so I'm sorry about that. But we'll just go through that second period. It was tied at 2. Nick Hague gets that goal on Sergei Bobrovsky to tie them up. I'm all out of my rhythm now. So here we go. Starting up that third period. Can Florida get a goal? Oh no! And Jack Eichel scores a power play goal on Sergei Bobrovsky, his second of the game. Eichel showing up big time here in the finals. Florida misses out on that power play about halfway through this third period here, and Florida desperately looking to find some offense on the 82 overall Adin Hill. But nothing is coming of it. Vegas defending very, very well with 1 minute left in the game, and Vegas is going to take a 2-0 lead in this series, ladies and gentlemen. This might just get out of hand, despite Florida out shooting Vegas real bad that game. I think it was 41-20 something. Adin Hill stands on his head. Oh, it was 42 to something. He got 40 saves on 42 shots. He has a 952 save percentage in Adin Hill, man. Standing tall for the Vegas Golden Knights here. So going back to Florida now, Florida's going to need their home ice crowd to get loud if they want to bring this one back. And let's see if they can. Aaron Ekblad scores on his second goal of this series and the second shot of the game as well. Ooh, and Alexander Barkov also scores. He's been quite quiet this this final, so you know, Florida looking for some more out of him. Vegas on the power play now. It's a long one, but no cigar. Sergei Bobrovsky and the penalty killers doing quite well right there. At the end of the first period of game number 3, it is Florida up 2-0 against Vegas here. Let's start up that second period, ladies and gentlemen. And the shots 11-9. Vegas really came back in the shot department here there early in the second period, but it's not enough, and Alexander Barkov gets his second goal of the game for a 3-0 lead. A 4-0 lead allowed as Alexander Barkov gets his natural hat trick here in game number 3, and Jack Eichel, he can never stay off the score sheet in the finals, and you know, he's looking to get one after beating out Connor McDavid. He's looking to really solidify himself in that, what was it, 2015 draft class or something like that, but his team, though, not getting the support that they need, man. Alexander Barkov with a natural hat trick and only the second period. That is crazy, crazy stuff right there. So, looking to give Florida a lead, but hang on, Jack Eichel has something to say about it, and now he's looking for his natural hat trick. He's trying to will the Vegas Golden Knights here all on his own to a win, but will it be enough, or will Sergei Bobrovsky shut the door? And, oh my gosh, William Carrier with 27 seconds left, but it's not quite enough, man. Holy smokes, Vegas, they tried, dude. They really, really tried right there, scoring 2 goals in that second period to almost bring them back to a tie game and make us go to overtime. But Sergei, he doesn't have a great save percentage, but he gets the saves when they matter most. And Florida gets that win. They're only down 2-1 now in that series. 3 stars of the game, yeah, everybody knew him. Alexander Barkov with 3 goals and an assist. He was helping out on all 4 goals for his team. Jack Eichel scores 2, trying to get his team going, and then Ekblad with 2 points as well. All right, game 4 in Sunrise, Florida here. Once again, we're going to get this one simulated up here and see if Florida can regain their home ice, or if Vegas will try to take that away from them. But Matthew Tkachuk, he's been real quiet this series. He gets might be his first of the series, I don't actually remember, but Nicholas Hague answers right back 4 minutes later on Sergei Bobrovsky. Yeah, but Florida, man, they can win this game. They are not quite in trouble yet, but they need this game real bad. And Vegas, after that relatively flat performance, except for that third period, they come out strong, having outshooting Florida 13-7. So you love to see that if you're a Vegas fan. Then Sam Bennett, though, is going to score on Adin Hill, but Jonathan Marchessault answers right back once again. They need Sergei to try to keep them with a lead right here. Shots 20-11 here for Vegas, man, in the second period. We're halfway through the game, and Vegas seems to be dominating the play, but Florida coming back a little bit in those recent minutes, and this game is tied at 2s going into the third period here. Third period underway now. Florida on that power play. What happens? Ooh, Alexander Barkov is going to score on it, but then right away again, man, Mark Stone answers back. Florida just can't quite keep a lead for long enough. Every time they score, Vegas answers back within like 4 or 5 minutes of the goal. So that one was crazy. Only 40 seconds between that one. Power play for Florida? No, does not go anywhere. And Carter Verhaeghe those scores. And Florida can actually keep the lead this time, and we are all tied up at 2s, ladies and gentlemen. This series just got super interesting. We look at the 3 stars here. It's Sam Bennett with a goal and an assist, Alexander Barkov with a goal and an assist, and Carter Verhaeghe with a goal of his own. I think he had the game-winning goal, if I'm not mistaken. So great stuff if you are a Florida fan. And now we're going back to Vegas' home. Every home team has won in this series. So let's see if that trend continues or if Florida can break it here, man. So let's get game number 5 underway. Florida starts on the power play. They have 5 shots to nothing here, real early. But Vegas on their power play, nothing can come of it either. So, oof, these teams just trading blows back and forth. The home team slaughtering the other one each and every game. But maybe Florida looking to change that a little bit here. I guess we will see, though. Bit of a quiet first period there. When you're looking at the series as a whole, but Brendan Montour is going to score a power play goal for Florida to open up that second period, ladies and gentlemen. Shots 19-13 in favor of Vegas. As I say that, though, Florida gets another goal by Carter Verhaeghe. We're halfway through this game now, and Vegas has not shown much signs of life. They have a lot of shots, you know, tied with Florida roughly. Oh, but Anton Lundell again is going to score. Yeah, Vegas, man, they're coming out a little bit flat in front of their home ice. They need a big third period to change that. They need Jack Eichel to step up once again, but they also need their depth guys to show up a little bit more here. But Eric Stahl, the depth for Florida, comes through, and Eric Stahl again, he wants a ring. And now Anton Lundell again. Oh my gosh, Florida just peppering Adin Hill and scoring 3 goals in that third period to put this one way out of reach, doing what Vegas did to Dallas in the last game of their series, man. And Florida comes out flying, and they take a 3-2 lead in the Stanley Cup Finals, man. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Let's look at those 3 stars. It's Sergei Bobrovsky with the shutout. I didn't even realize that. What am I doing, man? Anton Lundell with 2 goals, 2 hits, and Eric Stahl also with 2 goals. So now, going back to Florida, they have not lost in Sunrise this series, and they are 1 win away from that Stanley Cup, baby. So let's see if they can do it. Simulate up the 6th game of this series. Game number 6 in Florida. Florida has a chance to win the whole series, win the Stanley Cup if they can do it in this one. But Vegas trying to answer back and take this game or the series to 7 games. This would be a crazy series, by the way. Can we just talk about that, man, for a second? If this happened in real life, I would be buzzing. I'd be absolutely buzzing if this was how the Stanley Cup Finals went, man. All right, after that first period, shots 12-10 in favor of Vegas. And Mark Stone is going to score here. He's been a little quiet recently. And then Jonathan Marchessault also scores on Sergei Bobrovsky. And now it's 2-0 for Vegas. We're halfway through this game, man. And Florida has been quiet. Vegas buzzing out there for their team, trying to take them to Game 7. And it looks like we might go there as Jack Eichel scores the 3rd one for his team in this game. Starting up that third period, it's 3-0 for Vegas. We're going to need a big third period from Florida if we want this series to end right here, which I'm all in favor for a game number 7, man, and it looks like it's going to happen. Only 7 minutes left on that game clock, and Florida needs 3 goals. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. Adin Hill standing very, very tall for his team, and he gets a shutout. So a shutout from Sergei Bobrovsky, instantly answered by a shutout from Adin Hill, man. These 2 goalies, they're trading big blows with each other here. 32 saves for a shutout for Adin Hill. Mark Stone with 1 goal, and Jack Eichel also with 1 goal. So game number 7. Let's get this sucker underway right now, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. All right, here we go. Jack Eichel and the Vegas Golden Knights looking to get their first Stanley Cup in the history of their franchise. And they started off strong here with Riley Smith, but also Florida, I believe, looking for their first Stanley Cup as well, right? They made it to one of their finals in the 90s, I think, but they have not won a Stanley Cup. So both teams looking to make history for their clubs, and Alexander Barkov is going to tie this game up at once. Yeah, we are going to have an absolutely tight one here. Everybody's going to be clenching. Everyone's going to be crossing their fingers, biting their nails. The stands are going to be packed, and nobody's going to be leaving. Even if this is like a 9-1 game, man, I would never leave the Stanley Cup Final Game 7, ladies and gentlemen. That would be absolutely insane. Shea Theodore, who's been quiet on that the goal sheet there. He's going to score 12 minutes or 8 minutes into the second period, and his team is going to keep the lead going into the third period. So it's do or die for Florida. Vegas are going to be holding on so tight, playing that trap style of hockey. Let's see if Florida can break through. Matthew Tkachuk has been quite quiet in this series. Alexander Barkov, he's been around, but, they could use a big goal from their captain, but instead it's William Karlsson who's going to get the third goal for Vegas. And with time winding down here, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to jump in roughly at the 1 minute mark just to see the celebrations and stuff. Yeah, I'm going to pause it right here. Okay, 1 minute left in this one. Let's jump into it. All right, here we are, 1 minute and 11 seconds in this one. I thought it said 1 minute and 7 seconds, but I must have been wrong there. And we are in. Why are we in Florida? I guess it just chooses randomly. We're in Florida for game number 7 for some reason. I'm not sure why. This is a computer versus computer game. There's only 48 seconds left, and here we go. Florida with the empty net now. Carter Verhaeghe gets in there. He's getting nudged off that puck, but Aaron Ekblad comes down to pick it up. Let's see, Tkachuk in the zone, gets stripped by Alex Pietrangelo, and now 35 seconds left in this game, but Florida get that puck low in the zone, they're going to rebound, and they're going to score with 32.5 seconds left. Is that enough time to tie this game up? I don't know, man, but Carter Verhaeghe, he's going to score off a rebound, I believe, from Matthew Tkachuk. Yes, it is, and Florida, they have life now. They have some life here. This is an insane Stanley Cup Finals here, game number 7, 32.5 seconds left. The puck is dropped at center ice, and Florida wins it here. They're going to look to gain the zone and cycle that puck around as they do so well. They got a good forecheck as well, so if they lose it, might not be the end of the world, at least in real life. But no, Jack Eichel's coming down. Florida's defense is backing up, and he's going to put this game away for Vegas. A 4-2 win. That's going to seal the deal for the Vegas Golden Knights, and now they are ecstatic going out there. They're jumping around on the bench. Don't excuse them for all sitting down. I'm just going to paint the picture for you guys. Vegas jumping up and down on the bench. Only 17 seconds left in the game. The coaches hugging each other. The goalie, Aiden Hill, he's getting jittery. He knows that he still has to make a few more saves. But this game is all but over, and with that penalty there, oh, it's a Golden Knights penalty actually. Well, 14 seconds left. I think it's very, very unlikely that that Florida's going to score 2 goals, but I guess time will tell here, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, bad penalty there from Chandler Stevenson, but hey, I mean, it can't hurt them too much, man. 6-on-4, sure, but only 14 seconds left in this one. Let's see what happens. Face-off drop. Barkov wins it. Brandon Montour with a shot, but that is blocked. And there we go. Zach Whitecloud, he gets that about 100 feet down the ice. And Florida trying to regain the zone, but with 3 seconds left, that's going to do it for this series here. And the Vegas Golden Knights, there they are celebrating. They're jumping up and down. They're going crazy right now. And Vegas is tearing it up. I mean, this would be in Vegas in the real world. I don't know why EA has it as in Florida, as Vegas had the better regular season, but I can't really control that, guys. I'm so sorry about that. But anyways, Vegas is going crazy. The fans are going crazy too. Just imagine, they're all Vegas fans. They're in their black or their gold jerseys, I suppose. And now the handshake, guys. Great sportsmanship shown by both teams, but you know how it is. Oh, we're just going right into it. Okay, Conn Smythe here goes to Jack Eichel in this one. 4 points. I think he had 8 points, actually, in the whole series. Might have had 10 or something like that, but Jack Eichel lifts that Conn Smythe, but nobody cares about that, man. He does not care, even though, it's his first Stanley Cup. He doesn't care about the Conn Smythe. This is what all the people on the team care about. Everybody in hockey, man. This is the trophy they fight for every single year. And the captain is going to get called up right now. Here he is, Mark Stone. Got traded from Ottawa to come lift the Stanley Cup here in Vegas. And, man, Gary Bettman giving him that cup. That's got to feel great for all you Vegas Golden Knights fans, man. As an Ottawa fan, man, it feels nice to see him lift that cup. He wouldn't have lifted it here in Ottawa, so congratulations to Mark Stone and the Golden Knights. And the computer decides to give it to Ivan Barbashev for some reason. I don't know, guys. I can't control it. So Ivan Barbashev here is going to hoist the Stanley Cup next. Yeah, I mean, have a go, man. Have a go, young man. Let him carry it. Let him Let them have it. Let's see who they decide to choose next. Laurent Brossoit, Jack Eichel. Jack Eichel would be a good choice. Laurent Brossoit. Aiden Hill would also be a good choice. Pietrangelo would be a good choice. But no, they choose Keegan Colasar. All right. Keegan Colasar now. He's going to lift that cup, man. He brings some energy into the lineup and stuff like that. But we'll just imagine it was like Jack Eichel then Aiden Hill, something like that, man. Crazy story for the Golden Knights here. They lose their starting goalie, but they pull together as a team and they decide, they show up in a very big way here in the Stanley Cup Finals. Is Aiden Hill gonna get it? Yes, the man. I wanted to talk about this, man, so I have a chance now. Laurent Brossoit gets injured in that Edmonton series, I think it was. And Aiden Hill comes in and he plays absolutely stellar for the Vegas Golden Knights. I don't think they would be here if it wasn't for this, man. I mean, maybe they would, but not the same way, man. So, great playoff run for Aiden Hill. Great playoff run for the Golden Knights as well. And you just gotta love it. Gotta absolutely love it here. They all gather at center ice to take a picture. It'll last a lifetime, ladies and gentlemen. Crazy stuff here, Vegas. They go down 3-2, but then they come back and they win it in Game 7. So let's get their name on that Stanley Cup, baby. Here we go. I like that they showed this. I like that EA included this, man. Really great feature here. It can take a little bit of time, but nothing crazy to worry about. Look at that, Vegas Golden Knights. All their names on that trophy, that beautiful Stanley Cup trophy there. Oh man, love to see it for Vegas. If you were a Vegas fan, I'm sure you enjoyed this one, man. Game number 7. I mean, every fan's got to be excited about that. Game 7 Stanley Cup Final doesn't get much better than that. So Vegas are your Stanley Cup champions, ladies and gentlemen. So let's look at the team leaders, the league leaders and stuff. So Jack Eichel and Alexander Barkov here, but let's look at it a little closer. Let's look at Florida first. We have Alexander Barkov with 10 points, man. Carter Verhaeghe also with 8, so they have 2-point-per-game players. Ekblad then with 6, Duclair with 6, Sam Reinhart with 5. Yeah, man, they only get 3 points out of Matthew Tkachuk. That is not ideal. I'm sure he's going to do more than that in the regular or the real life series here. 2 for Eric Stahl, 2 for Brendan Montour. I'm sure he'll also do more than 2 points as well. Nick Cousins, Gustav Forsling, and then the rest of the crew down here, man. What about goalies? Sergei Bobrovsky, he had a great playoff run, man. 919 save percentage, doesn't get much better than that in the EA land. 258 goals against average as well with a shutout, so good stuff from Sergei here. He did his best, but unfortunately it was not enough. Looking at Vegas now, a very similar situation actually to the Florida Panthers, and that is why the series was so close. With 10 points for Jack Eichel, much like Alexander Barkov, then 7 for Marchessault, and then 5 for, so just scoring by committee here. Mark Stone with 5 points, Ivan Barbashev with 5 points as well, Pietrangelo down here, Shea Theodore as well, and then all the rest of the crew with 3 points, 2 points, 1 point. So a fantastic playoff run by the Vegas Golden Knights, and a lot of it is thanks to this man here. Oh, whoa, Laurent Brossoit why is his name here 3 times? Oh, that's weird. That's really weird. Okay, he had 13 minutes played, so I guess maybe Aiden Hill got pulled, or maybe that 6-0 game he got pulled or something like that. I don't know, but he wins 4 games, he loses 3 here. And he has a shutout with a 907 save percentage and 310, so his numbers not great for the Stanley Cup Finals, but his team won, so they aren't going to be complaining too much, man. And those are what the stats look like. So there we are, ladies and gentlemen. Your 2023 Stanley Cup champions are the Vegas Golden Knights, winning the series in 7 games. They went up by 2 there in the first 2 games, and then went down 3-2 as Florida won the next 3 in a row, and then Vegas came back to win it in 7 in Vegas. I know it showed in Florida, but we were just pretending like it was in Vegas because they had the better regular season. So fantastic playoff run. If you guys liked it, feel free to give it a like, comment if you're new, and subscribe to the channel. You don't have to do that. You've been on YouTube for long enough. Without further ado, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Peace out, everybody.